is releasing a Vive Pro 2, and it could replace the Index or the Quest. Facebook is buying every single game developer, and they might make it Quest exclusive. Superhot just got a huge update, and the Vive Focus. The only question is, will this compete with the Quest? My name's Evolve, and welcome back to Monday Morning News. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Yaw 2 motion seat that may reinvent the way we play VR. We'll also be talking about Facebook and how they're buying every single company right now, and some crazy updates that happen to Superhot, so let's just get right into it. Stick around to the end of the video because I have some announcements, and if you want to click off the video at any point, just skip to the end because these are pretty important announcements. Disclaimer, this video was meant to come out on Monday, but sometimes I get videos done late and it'll get put up on Tuesday or Wednesday. But in this video, I talked about some HTC headset leaks. The problem is the event confirming any leaks was on Tuesday, the day after I was supposed to post the video, so I literally couldn't post the video late. So what I've decided to do is take out the part about the leak and instead put in some stuff about the actual headset coming from HTC from their event. We were right, HTC is releasing a Vive Pro 2, and it could replace the Index or the Quest. And the Vive Focus. The only question is, will this compete with the Quest? But first, the HTC Pro 2. Both headsets were announced at HTC's Vivecon event that happened on Tuesday, and the whole event seemed to be catered towards the enterprise market. The Vive Pro 2 is going to be a high-end VR headset. The design is the same, the only difference is they switched the blue and the black around with the colors. The head strap sits nicely on your head. The only thing is the microphone setup is still kind of bad. You can manually adjust the IPD, and you can adjust the range between the lenses and your eyes. The noticeable changes are with the beefed up screens, with 120Hz, but you would need a pretty powerful machine to run that. 2428 by 2428 per eye with an 100-degree FOV, and it's an LCD panel. The LCD panel won't allow for perfect blacks like the original Quest, but it will have many more sub-pixels, limiting the screen door effect. The price will be $799 or $800. You can also pay for the full kit that's $1,300, which comes with 2 base stations and 2 original Vive controllers. So compared to the Index, is it a replacement? Yes, for anyone who owned an Index prior, this can definitely be an upgrade path for you. The only thing lacking from the new headset compared to the Index is the refresh rate only being 120Hz, compared to the Index's 144Hz. But most people don't have a crazy gaming machine for that anyways. But in every other area, the FOV, the resolution, it's all better. But is this a replacement for the Quest 2 or anyone looking to start out in VR? Well, I don't believe so. Remember, if you don't have the base stations or the controllers, you're gonna need to get the full kit, which is $1,300. I don't think anyone who's starting out or in the low end right now wants to spend that much. But the headset is now leading the market in terms of performance. Anyway, let's move to the Vive Focus, which is unfortunately not a Quest competitor. So the Vive Focus is $1,300, and it is a perfect standalone VR headset. There's a serious resolution bump just like the Vive Pro 2, and it has an 120Hz refresh rate, but there's no eye tracking. This headset is perfect for the enterprise market, but it doesn't hit the specific needs for gamers. The only people who would get these headsets are businesses, very, very rich people, and that's kind of about it, and it is leading the standalone VR market. Facebook's backing is way too powerful. If you don't know, the reason the Quest is so cheap and HTC's headsets are so expensive are because the Quest is backed by Facebook, which means the Quest doesn't need to make as much profit or even can sell at a loss. Facebook has been buying pretty much every game developer at this point. They just bought Downpour Interactive, the developers of Onward, and they've bought the developers of Beat Saber, Ready at Dawn, the developers of Lone Echo and Echo Arena, the developers of Asgard's Wrath, and more. There seems to be no independent developer anymore, and these companies could start making Oculus exclusives, which no one wants to see. I love the Quest, but I still mainly use Steam VR, and I think many people do as well. And with more exclusives comes more people to Facebook, and they just get more power in the market. But there is a good side to Facebook's backing. VR is a big market, but not so big that small developers can make ends meet. But with Facebook's backing, the company has plenty of cash, so even if they fail to make a game, that won't be the end of the company. That's why Oculus ended up with Facebook in the first place. Superhot has now added an experimental 120Hz standalone support to the Quest 2. In the latest V2 update, the Quest 2 added an experimental 120Hz mode on the Quest 2. And it only worked for 3 games, but now it works for Superhot. But the developers say it's just an experimental feature, and if there's any bugs, to just turn it off in settings. Superhot is a game where you can punch, throw items, and shoot red guys, but the time stops when you don't move, so time only moves when you move. And that's pretty simplistic, which is why it's great for 120Hz. Because the Quest 2 won't have to worry about the graphics so much, and it can just run a really fast refresh rate. If you haven't gotten the ability to use 120Hz, then you probably haven't gotten the V8 update. So to get it, you can try manually putting it on your Quest 2, or you can just leave your headset asleep rather than shutting it down, and it may download automatically. The V8 update also allows the ability to use AirLink and a keyboard, but the only keyboard supported right now is kinda bad, and most people won't need it at all. A little bonus news, the Yaw 2 VR chair has gotten $1 million US on Kickstarter. If you don't know, the Yaw 2 is a motion chair to help with immersion in VR. The original is more of a bowl that you sit in than anything else, but this one's more of a chair. According to what they say, this is the highest dynamic motion range on the market for a VR chair, which there isn't much VR chairs on the market. The original is better for VR arcades, but with them being non-existent at this point, they decided to make a lightweight, easy-to-use, cheaper one for consumers. You can put a wheel on the chair for racing games. You can use it for Star Wars Squadrons, and more. And in the workplace, it'll help with posture correction and more comfort than a normal chair, even when not in VR. It's better than a normal. This thing got a lot of support, getting $1 million in the first week. It honestly seems like they're taking the right steps here. They're making it cheaper and easier to use. And it's not cheap, being $1,000 on Kickstarter. But still, it's a step in the right direction. And you can get more units sold to consumers than VR arcades. Thank you guys so much for watching, but before you go, I have an announcement. I'm starting a new channel called Evolve Gaming, and I have a Twitter called Evolve. On the channel, I'll be mixing comedy with game reviews and gaming in general, and it would be definitely worth it for you to go over there and subscribe. On the day this video comes out, the channel doesn't have any content, but I'll try to release a video this week. I made the channel because talking about news is alright. I mean, it's not boring, but it's not crazy fun either. So I want to make another channel that I can upload content on more when I want to, and overall just have more fun with it. I'm not quitting this channel though. I'll still be doing Monday morning news. I might miss a week here and there, but I'll try my best to stay on top of it. But I don't do this full time, so it might be a little difficult, but I'll try my best. And that's where my Twitter comes in, where I'll be giving you guys updates on videos coming out and if I'll be missing an upload. So you can go follow that and sub to my other channel. Both links will be in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, as well as follow my Twitter and go subscribe to the other channel. This has been Evolve, and thanks for watching.